Ladies and gentlemen, we take you here to Spartan Municipal Stadium. I am Malachi Roselle, and to my left is Landon Schultz. Today we have a great one here in the SOC 1 division. Two Division 7 teams going at it, and I will send it over to my partner in crime to talk about this game a little bit. Landon, how you doing?
Good, Malachi. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great, man. This is going to be a great matchup. I really love to see these two teams going at it. Both teams 7-0 coming into this one, Landon. And when you look at both sides, there's lots of reasons why. We'll talk about Eastern first. After the Elite Eight appearance that they made last year before losing to Danville 40-6, the Eagles are looking to make it back there, as Eastern was challenged early with 3 nail-biter games to start out the season versus South Point when they won 13-6, Huntington Ross when they won on a last-second touchdown by Jack Montgomery, and then in a shootout that I actually announced when they played against Minford, that ended up resulting in a 48-42 win in advantage of the Eagles. And then, since those 3 ball games, the Eagles have only allowed 7 points per game on the defensive side of the ball, with wins over Clinton County, which is in Kentucky, and then Racine Southern, which was a 41-6 win, and then a win versus East, 48-8. And this week with and then they also had a shocking blowout versus Sims Valley that honestly shocked a lot of people, Landon.
Yeah, I have to totally agree, especially going into that Sims Valley game. Well, I know the Sims Valley crowd was hyped. I know that they were into it. They thought they had a chance, but Eric Manley and the squad got it done, and they proved everyone from Sims wrong. Talk a little bit about Notre. Talk a little bit about Notre Dame here. Key players to tune in for this game: their quarterback Luke Cassidy, running back Bryce McGraw, and their wide receiver number 2 Chris Piccolo. Malachi, how do you feel about those players?
Landon, this is going to be a really great ball game for, I believe, Luke Cassidy himself. Obviously, with Ethan Kingery coming back from that injury like we've talked about, as he suffered a broken collarbone in week 1 of the season, but we saw him out there throwing the pigskin a little bit. Looks like him and Luke Cassidy will share time in today's ball game in the biggest game of the regular season. And not just the biggest game of this season, the biggest game that Notre Dame has had in the regular season in a long time. If Notre Dame wins this ball game today, they have a chance to win the SOC 1 for the first time since the year 2000.
Yeah, that is honestly crazy that Notre Dame has not won the SOC since the year of 2000, especially because they've had some good groups come around, especially in these last couple of years.
And a lot of people were really shocked to see the Titans start out 7-0. Like we said, without their starting quarterback, teams usually crumble, but this team has done anything but that. The one thing that I want to ask these Notre Dame fans is, can they break this dominant Eastern Eagles team's 31-game regular season win streak? The last time that the Eagles lost a football game, we were freshmen in high school, Landon.
Yeah, that is crazy to think. It's been 3 years since Eastern has lost a regular season game in the SOC.
1,098 straight days of winning for the Eagles, but it could come to an end here tonight. And also, another thing that's really high stakes, obviously the SOC lead on the line. If the Eagles lose, it pretty much sets them up for an easy W against South Gallia and East. And now, here come the Eastern Eagles out of the tunnel as they will look to add win number 32 to the tally. And now the Titans are running out of the tunnel. That is made by their fans, their cheerleaders. They got the Go Blue sign up and ready to go. Can the Titans execute on this opportunity today to shock the football world? Eastern coming into this one, number 19 in Division 7 in the state. And here come the Titans, looking to get a huge win in front of this home crowd. It's going to be a good one here in Spartan Stadium. And while both teams get revved up and ready for kickoff, we will take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. What? River City Sports Media welcomes you back here to Spartan Municipal Stadium. They got Hells Bells playing, and Notre Dame will retrieve the football first. Kicking it up and away for the Eagles will be Grant Havens. Grant Havens, only a sophomore, being relieved with the kicking duties here tonight. And it looks like back to return is Luke Cassidy and Archie West. Bryce McGraw, I spoke with him a little bit, and he says he's liking his chances heading into this one. And also, like Landon Schultz was about to talk about, this game is very big for playoffs, ain't it, Landon?
Yeah, I would have to totally agree. Notre Dame's sitting at the number 3 spot in Division 7, and Eastern is sitting right behind them at the 5 spot.
In the region?
But the big bad wolf came into the region this year. Marion Local, the team who has not lost a game in over 73 games. The 3-time state champions. And this game will have a lot to impact for that, but here we go.
And Grant Havens is going to kick it up and away for the Eagles. And it's time. It is football time here in Spartan Stadium. A very short kick there by Grant Havens to start off the night. And now it's time for Luke Cassidy and this Notre Dame Titans squad to come out here. As Ethan Kangry watches from the sidelines to start things out, as it looks like the Titans will stick to their plan with number 12 under center. Cassidy and McGraw along with each other in the backfield. Cassidy checking. Cassidy hands it off right at the middle to McGraw. McGraw breaks through. McGraw is down at around the 45-yard line. A great start right there for the Titans. That's about an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Power run right there by Bryce McGraw. He might be small, but he looked like Cam Scatterbo there with a little power run.
Definitely looks like Cam Scatterbo, Landon. We saw him the other night when they took on the Eagles. That was awesome to see. As it looks like we have a warning to the sidelines. A very interesting turn of events right there. Eastern right out of the gate getting a sideline warning. Now here is Cassidy. Cassidy takes a snap, and it's going to be a read option. And there is Luke Cassidy. He won't have enough for the first down. The Titans execute on their second down of the game. Trey Kelly will make the tackle there. And now trotting onto the field is Archie West coming in. This Titans defense has been very, very dangerous this season. When you look at the Notre Dame Titans, they're averaging 41.3 points a game on the offensive side. Cassidy hands it up the middle. That is to Bryce McGraw, and he will be down at around the 40. A nice 6-yard gain for the senior running back. McGraw in the season heading in. He has 5 touchdowns on the ground along with 724 rushing yards, leading the team in any yards in any category. Cassidy and McGraw once again in the backfield. The Titans yet to run the ball, pass the ball in this one. Cassidy will check. And on the read option, it's going to be Cassidy again, and he'll be brought down for a short gain. It might have enough for the chains, though. And that is going to be a first down for the Notre Dame Titans. You can move those chains. And just like that, the Notre Dame Titans are in business, and they are yet to throw the football. Landon, how do you like this approach?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not complaining about this. They're moving the ball. They're testing Eastern's defense early, a defense that struggled earlier in the season, and they're showing why they have scored so many points per game so far this season, even without one pass.
And now here's Cassidy. He takes a snap. Hands off to McGraw again, and this time he will get a minimal gain. That'll be about 2 or 3 yards, if that. Even when the Eagles get around these guys, the Titans just seem to find a way to get a couple yards instead of taking the tackle for loss. As Connor Eastep will exit the ballgame and Archie West subs back in. Some small Division 7 football, you got to be careful how much you use these guys because most of these guys are playing on both sides of the ball, Landon.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing whenever you're playing at a small school. You got to play the whole time and the whole game, no matter where it is.
And it looks like it'll be him in motion. To the outside is Cassidy. He's going to turn the corner and run for it, and he will have enough for the first down. And Notre Dame moves the chains again. Excuse me, he did not have enough for the first down. He is just short of the chains. Cassidy motions McGraw to his right. Eagles defense getting sick. Cowbells are ringing. Cassidy steps back, looking. Pressure is on him. Cassidy, he's going to have to throw it away. He chucks it down the field. Intercepted by the Eagles.
Wow.
And that is going to be Isaiah Stidham on the pick. His third interception of the season. And he joined the team 3 weeks ago.
An interception for every week.
Isaiah Stidham making it happen on the defensive side of the ball. This junior safety making a big play. Cassidy made a rough decision right there. Just chucked the ball down the field, and it doesn't pay off.
Yeah, he got out of the pocket. Everyone was collapsing on him. He didn't have any options, so he just threw a prayer, and it did not end in his favor.
And now it'll be Eric Manley back there. And they're going to give it over to Jack Montgomery, the bell cow. We saw him about 5 weeks ago as he dominated against those Benford Falcons. And now we're seeing him again. He's hoping for just as good a performance as he had right there. Montgomery, only a sophomore. He has 754 rushing yards on the season, 11 of them rushing, 2 of them receiving. He is number 9 in all of Division 7 in rushing yards. He's just been plain out dominant. But you know who else has been dominant? Eric Manley. Over 1,300 yards, 16 passing touchdowns, and 1 interception as they will hand it off to Montgomery. Smash mouth football between both of these teams, and it is going to be a trio tackle as Notre Dame's defense is all over him. McGraw, Kingery, and Eastep for the trio tackle. And it's an early 3rd down and 1 challenge here for the Eastern Eagles. Time moving along quickly here. As Manley and his squad, everybody to the right side of Manley and Montgomery. Now it's Boston Webb in motion. You got to be careful of what he can do. Manley will take the snap. He's going to hand it out to Montgomery again. Montgomery will take it up the middle, and I don't know if he has enough. And it will be enough to move the chains, just barely. You can count it for the Eagles, and they move the chains for the first time in today's ball game.
Both teams are starting off the game pounding the run game.
I am very, very intrigued to see if Eastern will even pass the ball. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the area, and right now you're just handing off the rock. And I like it. At the same time, you got a big old weapon back there in Eric Manley, And as soon as I say that, here is Manley. He's going to let it fly over the middle, and that one is picked off. Oh, my goodness. Matthew Hiles with the pick, and they are down around the 20. What a big play for this Titan defense. Eric Manley has been picked off for the second time this season, and this place is rocking.
Wow.
2 drives, 2 interceptions by both teams. Luke Cassidy chucked one up on like a Hail Mary effort, and then Manley misreads a man across the middle. The man they call Bobby Boucher, Matthew Hiles with the interception.
That's crazy. You know, coming into this game, we didn't expect both elite quarterbacks to come out and throw picks on the first drive. If you would have told me and gave me for $100, I would have took it because I wouldn't have thought that would have happened.
And now Cassidy, a quarterback keeper, and he is brought down right where he came. Brewer Tomlinson and a gang of the Eagles snatch him up. And now it'll be a 2nd down and 10 in the disadvantage of the Titans. As Cassidy and his boys come out of the huddle. Settle the way to the left hash. McGraw along with him in the backfield, of course. Up the middle, this one goes to McGraw, and he gets minimal gain again. That's about 1 to 2 yards. An amazing job well done by this Eastern defense. It'll be about a 3rd down.
You know, Malachi, I came into this game thinking first quarter was going to be like how whenever we went to Valley. 21s scored in the first quarter, but no. 0-0. Clock's winding down around that 4-minute mark in the first quarter. I wouldn't have expected it.
This is definitely very, very interesting, Landon. I'll have to totally agree with you. Now you're facing a 3rd down and 12, and that is going to put a lot of pressure on Coleman Schaefer to try and put one through. McGraw moving to the outside. Cassidy looks like he bobbled the snap. Cassidy chucks it up like Tim Tebow, and then it goes into nowhere. Looks like they were trying to make a screen pass happen, but now it'll be Coleman Schaefer trotting out to try and put this one in. Schaefer's career long is a 45-yarder. This one right here is about a 40-yarder. Excuse me, a 42-yarder. Let's see if Schaefer can put one through. The left leg of Coleman Schaefer. The snap is good. Hold is good. And the kick is up. And it is good! Excuse me, no good. He missed it. Coleman Schaefer had enough power on it, but it missed just left. And in a game that was expected to be a shootout, we are knotted up at zeros. And while the ball sides change, we will take a break. You're watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. We welcome you back here on River City Sports Media. Manley takes a snap. We'll hand it off to Montgomery. Montgomery goes to the outside. Montgomery explodes. He's got one man to beat, and he stiff arms him. Oh, my gosh. Jack Montgomery runs over a man.
Wow. Power running from both sides. Notre Dame's running back power running, and Eastern's running back power running. You love to see it.
And now Eric Manley and his boys come back into the huddle. And what has been a very Jack Montgomery-based game plan. Let's see if they stick with it. Another 1st down upcoming. Here's Manley. He will drop back and take the snap. He's rolling out to his right really quickly. And that one is going to be recovered by Trey Kelly. Kelly trying to evade tacklers, and he'll be brought down about 6 yards short of the first. I'm just very surprised that the Eagles have not gone to the number one main man, Boston Webb.
Yeah, Boston Webb. He transferred his freshman year, correct? Yeah, he's been a big difference maker, especially after Eastern lost Tucker Lice last year. So Boston Webb has been the main man, and he stepped up.
Boston Webb, most definitely one of the key players on both sides of the ball. 650 receiving yards, 10 receiving touchdowns, 92.9 receiving yards a game. He is number 7 in Division 7 in receiving yards. And now here's Manley. He's going to hand it up the middle. Montgomery trying to break through, and he will have enough for the first. Right beside the Notre Dame logo. He'll be brought down at around the 49-yard line. I just love the way that the Eagles are running the football right now. They're just drawing it outside, inside zone, halfback dive. Whatever they got, they can do it. It's been very impressive to see. Here is Manley. Here is Manley. He'll step up, and he's going to chuck it deep to Kelly, and that one thrown a bit too far. Manley guns it deep for the first time tonight, and it goes incomplete. Trey Kelly was the receiver of that ball, but goes a little bit too far. Now it is Manley. Ready to take the snap. And it looks like we got a flag blown away. And it's going to be an offsides on the Notre Dame Titans. That is huge. The Eagles will now get a chance to go a little bit more upfield. And they're probably going to run the ball anyways, but now you most definitely have to at Montgomery.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree. Jack Montgomery's been doing dog work this game. He's just moving them up the field, and then Eric Manley will come in with a pass here and there. I wouldn't hate to see a deep shot here by Eric Manley. Open up the defense, see if Boston Webb can do something down the field.
Yep, I totally agree. Here is Manley. Manley sets up. It's a play action. That one over to Webb, and he's got it. He takes a man miss before he is brought down. What a job well done by Boston Webb making the first man miss, and it'll be a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, I knew. What can I say? I knew that was going to happen eventually.
And now here is Manley. He's going to hand it off to Montgomery. Montgomery makes a man miss left. And Montgomery is into the end zone. Wait, oh no, they're going to call him out of bounds at the 1 yard line. Oh no. And now Montgomery and his squad will be set up at about the 1. I thought he was into the end zone, but it looks like he is not. Eric Manley and the boys trot out here on 1st and goal from the 1 yard line. They look to strike first in this matchup. And now stacked up behind Manley is Trey Kelly and Jack Montgomery. And that's going to be right up the middle to Trey Kelly, and he is in. Touchdown, Eastern Eagles. Trey Kelly strikes and gets this Eastern offense rolling for the first time tonight with 1:44 left in the first. What a job well done by the Eastern Eagles.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree with you, Malachi. Run game really opened up this Notre Dame defense, and Eric Manley found his main man. He took a shot, and it helped him get down the field. And then power back running by Jack Montgomery to almost get into the end zone. It's going to be 7-0 Eastern.
Now here is Grant Havens. He'll kick it up and away, and that one is drilled up and good. Grant Havens makes it a 7-0 lead. What a start for the Eastern Eagles the second time around. Eric Manley throws a pick, but gets some redemption right there, and Jack Montgomery helping out in a big way. And while both teams get set up and ready to go, we will take a break. You're watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. We welcome you back here to high school football here on River City Sports Media. As on the return, he will be brought out of bounds. All right, we were playing with the lights up here, and it looks like we're good and ready to go. And now it'll be the Titans retaining possession here after the kickoff. Here comes Cassidy and his squad. Cassidy so far on the season, 552 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns for him this season. And there's Cassidy to the left side, doing what he does best. He's running the football. He stiff arms Boston Webb. And that'll be about a 5-yard gain for Cassidy.
Yeah, Luke Cassidy moving the ball on his feet so far throughout this game. It's just this Notre Dame offense is just run so far. And, you know, it's moving the ball, but hopefully they can get some passes down the field, hopefully open it up so they're not just run heavy.
I very much agree. Notre Dame is definitely a smash football style offense. But when these guys throw the ball, it does go pretty well. Luke Cassidy and his squad yet to be beat by this offense. So it's going to be exciting to see what they can do. McGraw in motion. Here's Cassidy. Cassidy takes a snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper again. And he is brought down by a host of Eagles. As an army of Eagles is led by Trey Kelly right there to make the tackle. A huge job well done right there. Kelly on the night. He already has a rushing touchdown. He's more of a running back slash power back slash fullback type of guy. And then he comes in there and enforces at linebacker. And this looks like it'll be the last play of the first quarter. 4 seconds and counting left here. Cassidy drops back, takes a snap. It's going to be incomplete. Looks like it was to no man right there. And that'll end the first quarter. Your score at the end of one, the Notre Dame Titans 0, the Eastern Eagles 7. And while both teams take a break, so will we. You are watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. We welcome you back here to Spartan Stadium as the Eastern Eagles have the 7-0 lead over the Notre Dame Titans after one. But first things first, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Dave's Gutter Done. Brace Yourself Orthodontics. The Scioto River. And, of course, the UPS store. Bryce McGraw back to punt it up and away for the Titans. McGraw takes a snap. Will punt this one up and away. That's a pretty good punt all the way back to the 25 as Webb will receive it. Webb gets past E-step. Webb bursting through using the athleticism. Webb's got two men to beat. And Webb will be brought down. Oh, no, he will not. Touchdown, Eastern Eagles. But wait, oh, they're going to call him out of bounds. What a return by Boston Webb and the Eastern Eagles. An amazing block right there. Took it to that left side. And it looks like the Eagles will have the football at around the 22-yard line where they caught him out of bounds. Webb just kept on running, but that one got blown back real quick.
Yeah, Boston Webb doing Boston Webb things. What can I say? He's going through. And he fought right there to get down to about the 25-yard line of Notre Dame. And if Eastern can punch it in right here, they will be in great shape for the rest of this game.
And now this will be right up the middle and nowhere to go for Jack Montgomery. He literally had nowhere to go. An amazing job right there by Notre Dame stopping the run. And that's one thing about Notre Dame. Everyone's been talking about their defense. Well, so far this season, they've given up around 16 points a game, which is not bad, but it's not stunning either. But when you look on the Eagles side of things, they've allowed 15.8 points a game. So, you know, with a lot of these shutouts against these SOC teams, it's really helped their averages and their stats.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree with you, Malachi.
But there is a reason why both of these teams are undefeated. And Manley's going to drop back. He'll fire it deep for Peters. And that one is caught. But I have the feeling this one's going back. But if this one stands, it'll be a touchdown for Eastern. But I think Peters shoved him off. I don't know if this one will come back or not. But I think I saw a hand extended by Carson Peters. The referees will talk it over, and the flag will go into the pocket. It'll go on the defense. It's going to be a touchdown for the Eastern Eagles. Carson Peters into the end zone, and the Eagles have a 14-0 lead. The Eagles showing why they are the 10-point favorites on the road, getting the job done. Grant Havens up to kick it away. And there is a flag on the PAT attempt. And it looks like this one's going to be on the offensive side for the Eagles. And now Grant Havens will have to go back a little bit farther to put one up and away. Grant Havens will try a little bit more of an extended extra point. This one from 25 yards out. Grant Havens this season is number 15 in all of Ohio with PATs made. And showing it right there as he puts another one up and in. Grant Havens just knows how to put it through from 20 to 25 yards. He is also number 1 in Division 7 in that category, and he adds on to it twice today. 34 extra points for Grant Havens. What a start to this ball game for the Eastern Eagles. At first, things started slow. Eric Manley throws a pick to Matthew Hiles right over the middle at around the 30-yard line. And then all of a sudden, it looked like Notre Dame had the momentum, but a missed field goal changed everything. Eastern had a chance to go back out in the field, executed with a touchdown that ended with Trey Kelly running into the end zone from 1 yard out. Then, from about 25 yards out, Eric Manley chucks a bomb over to Carson Peters, and now we have a 14-0 advantage for the Eagles.
You know, this is the Eastern team we came here expecting. Throw the ball deep, let your receivers do their thing. Notre Dame's been quiet so far. I would have expected them to maybe have more offense productiveness so far in this half, but there's still a lot of football left.
Most definitely a lot of football left, Landon, but if you're the Titans, you got to do something on this drive offensively, because if you give the Eagles another chance, they're going to punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree with you, Malachi. You cannot give Eric Manley a lot of chances.
Havens will kick it up and away, and this one will be to about the 30-yard line. And he'll be brought down to the 35. A nice job there by the coverage team of the Eagles. As Grant Havens will pick up the tee, and he will go off the field. Being a kicker's got to be so fun in high school football, Landon.
Yeah. You know, you usually don't see this, especially in Southern Ohio, but there is multiple predominant kickers in the Southeast District now. Cooper Heimbach, Jalen Bender, just two to name with college offers. I mean, it's amazing to see how the kicking game has developed in the Southeast District.
Yeah, and Grant Havens, I don't know if he's ever missed an extra point in his life. It may not have a lot of power on it, but he just peppers it in there. Now the cowbell's ringing on the eastern sidelines. It's going to be Ethan Kingery into the game now. Kingery takes a snap, and his first play at quarterback, back from that injury, he is sacked. Ethan Kingery brought down behind the line of scrimmage. What a start for this Eastern offense. And it looks like Luke Cassidy wasn't getting done for the Titans, and down 14-0, they take the chance on Ethan Kingery here.
Yeah, I don't mind to see it. I mean, Ethan Kingery has came in. We seen him in the pregame. He was slinging the ball. So, you know, that was their main quarterback before the season injury. So we'll see what happens.
And now here's Kingery again. Coming back from that injury like we've talked about. He drops back, looking, doesn't have time in the pocket. Rolls out to his right, showing the athleticism. He makes a man miss, but he is still brought down in the backfield. 2 sacks on Ethan Kingery's first 2 plays as a Notre Dame Titan back there from his injury. Wow. As Bryce McGraw will bring out the signal calling. Ethan Kingery's still in at quarterback, though.
You know, that's weird. You usually see the quarterback go to the coach and get the play call.
Very interesting. Here's Kingery. He's ready to take the snap. Kingery drops back. Rolls to his left. Kingery chucks it over. Way overthrown. That one was a target over there to Chris Piccolo, but Isaiah Stidham all over it. And it's going to be a 3 and out for the Notre Dame Titans. A frustrating drive in Ethan Kingery's first drive back. Bryce McGraw up to punt it away. If Notre Dame wants to have a chance of trying to clinch an SOC1 trophy next week, they got to beat these Eagles. And right now they are very much struggling. As it'll be Bryce McGraw and Boston Webb going up against each other here. McGraw will punt this one up and away, far away from Webb, and that'll be put out at around the 45-yard line.
I mean, that's what he had to do there, especially after Boston Webb's return there on the first punt.
Boston Webb is a very dangerous athlete across all aspects, not just when it comes to returning the ball. It's about catching the ball, and he runs the ball so well, too, after the catch. Or, in this case, receive. Once again, we would like to thank our sponsors. As here comes Manley down the field. That one chucked and caught by Webb for the touchdown. It's just a dominant game for the Eagles. And they are now up 21-0. Wow. What a start for the Eastern Eagles here at quarter number 2. They have made a statement, let me tell you. An amazing job, well done, and this is just all Eagles right now. This is dominance that we are seeing. Really shocking.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree. But you knew coming into this game, Balsa Webb and Eric Manley, the dynamic duo there in Beaver, and they're just getting it done.
And obviously the notorious Grant Havens up to punt it away. Kick it away. Havens will put this one up, and that one is good. And it is 21-0 in advantage of the Eagles. And while both squads take a break, so will we. You are watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. River City Sports Media welcomes you back here to Spartan Stadium. I'm Malachi Rizzo with my partner in crime, per usual, Landon Schultz. And we have an absolute shocker here in Spartan Stadium. The Eastern Eagles up 21-0 against this SOC1 rivaling Notre Dame Titans.
Malachi, you know we really don't get your thoughts on things. It's usually my thoughts, so let's hear it. How are you thinking about this game so far?
Well, I will give you my thoughts after this return, as he is down at about the 38-yard line. As both teams trot out, I will give you my thoughts. You know, coming into this game, I thought that Eastern was going to win this one, honestly. But I'm not just saying that because they're up. It has just been a struggle for the Titans when they play these really good opponents. And the Titans haven't really played a strong SOC1 opponent yet. They played some good teams, but, you know, there are some times where I feel like the Titans haven't really been tested yet. And playing Sims Valley next week, I most definitely think that they can win that game. I think they are better than Sims Valley, but, you know, the Eastern Eagles, this team's built different, man. And, I mean, I'm not just saying this because of the Eagles fans watching. Marion Local better look out. I mean, they're going to be a tough team to stop.
I'd have to totally agree, Malachi.
And, oh, my goodness, it looks like both guys are getting into it over there. Oh, no. Keegan Fowler and Aiden Bowles getting into it as they were blocking. And there's multiple flags on the play. They're thrown all over the field. But we should see what the call is here. Do you think it'll be offsetting penalties, Landon?
Yeah. Both kids were pushing. So it's going to probably be a personal foul on Keegan Fowler. And who was the guy from Eastern?
Aiden Bowles.
Aiden Bowles. Be offsetting.
Well, we shall see as the referees talk it over. While the referees talk it over, we'll thank our sponsors. Dave's Gutter Done. Brace yourself, Orthodontics. The Scioto River. And, of course, the UPS store. And as both teams break out of the huddles, it looks like it is an offsetting penalty. And it'll just be a 2nd down and 7 for Notre Dame. They most definitely need something to go their way here. Notre Dame needs an explosion. They need something. Kingery in at quarterback. Down 21-0, you need a spark. Cowbell's ringing. In motion. Cassidy Now it's Kingery down the rough side, and that one falls right through the hands of Chris Piccolo. It's Isaiah Stidham all over him again. Great coverage there by the Eastern Eagles. Junior safety that has really impacted the squad.
You know, this Eastern defense is impressive. I mean, I didn't know how they would be after some games earlier in the season, close game to Huntington. And, you know, they're just proving themselves tonight. That's just plain out and simple. Just proving themselves and proving why they belong.
They're most definitely proven why they are the number 19 team in the state, whether it's because of their offense or not. Here is 3rd down and 7. Kingery. He'll take the snap. Drops and rolls out to his left. Immediate pressure. It's a screen pass over to McGraw, and the ball is loose, but they're going to call it incomplete instead. What a stop for the Eagles, and their defensive coordinator is amped up. What a start for this Eastern Eagles team right out of the break. And now Bryce McGraw is going to have to punt it up and away again, and you can just kind of get the feeling that this is going to be known as the one that got away for the Titans.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree with you, Malachi. Notre Dame's just out here playing a little bit sluggish tonight, and Eastern's making them pay.
And now it'll go back to the most ever-loving, dangerous Boston Webb. And in motion, it's Cassidy. It's going to be a fake punt. Archie West up the middle, and I don't know if he's going to have enough. They're still battling, and he will not have enough. The Eastern Eagles do not fall for the trickery on the fake punt when they needed all that momentum, trying to swipe it out. But guess what? All over it was Benjamin Bauer, that Eagles defense. They sniffed it out. Eric Manley and the boys trotting back out into the field. Let's see what the Slim Reapers got in them. Manley takes a snap right up the middle of Montgomery. Montgomery has blockers, and he's going to break a tackle and get a first down. Jack Montgomery just keeps bursting free. An amazing job, well done. The Eagles are just dominating in all aspects of the ball on offense. This Notre Dame defense, oh my goodness, wait a minute. It looks like it's going to be holding. This one's going back. And the Eastern faithful is not happy. And now here come the Eagles. They'll repeat first down here. Option. He'll take it himself. The Slim Reaper bursts out to the right side. And I dare so say he is gone. 2-2. Touchdown, Eastern Eagles.
Now, Malachi, why we were on a little bit of break right there, I told you Eric Manley's going to do his thing. And once again, Eric Manley, the Slim Reaper, as you would say, goes choo-choo into the end zone.
Just running over Keegan Fowler, stiff-arming him while he runs into the end zone. The Eagles making a statement in this one. It is 27. Snap is good. Hold is good. Craig Havens' kick is good. Craig Havens puts it through, and it is 28-0 Eastern Eagles. What a performance in this first half.
Yeah. Honestly, with that last touchdown right there, I think this game might be out of reach for Notre Dame. Anything's hopeful second half. Second half football's been crazier than this. So, Eastern just has to keep doing their thing. Their defense has to keep playing outstanding. And if this is the Eastern team that we're going to see all year, expect them to make a push in the playoffs.
It's going to be really hard when Marion local in their division. I mean, excuse me, not their division, their region. But, we saw with Danville last year. I just don't think this Eastern Eagles team was ready last year. But if there was a year for them to pull off the upset of all upsets against a team that has a 70-game win streak, I'm not saying it's the most possible thing, but I am saying do not count the Eastern Eagles out.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with you.
And while we are waiting for the Eastern Eagles to kick it up and away, we will look at the scores around the area. As from Northwest, we have a shocking score update. It is the Mohawks that have the lead over Broadway Brody Hall and his Portsmouth West Senators. It is 19-7 in advantage of the Mohawks. Going over to Lucasville, it is going to be the Valley Indians leading 21-7 over the Oak Hill Oaks. And then obviously Wheelersburg manhandling the Waverly Tigers 27-0 at Ed Miller Stadium. Just a quick little update for all those games around the area. As that one will be kicked out of bounds by Grant Havens. Flag will be thrown. And looks like the Notre Dame Titans will get much needed a head start here on offense. We would like to thank our sponsors once again. Dave's Gutter Done. Brace Yourself Orthodontics. The Scioto River. And the UPS store. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. We appreciate every single one of them.
Yep, thank you to our sponsors. None of this would be possible. No streaming would be possible without you.
And we would also like to make sure that you know where to find us on all platforms. At RCSM 740 on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and also YouTube, of course. Two backs along with Kingery. Kingery audible in the play. Kingery gets set. Takes a snap. Goes to the outside. And right where he came, he is brought down. The Eagles are on fire defensively. For a team that I was kind of worried about going into this one, I thought it was going to be a shootout. But doing all the shooting right now is the Eagles. Justin Fowler, tied for the team lead in sacks, goes back there again and makes another TFL. Very impressive. Now it'll be Kingery once again. Kingery takes a snap, drops back. Looking for a deep shot. He's going to chuck it for Cassidy, and that one's incomplete. What a pass breakup by Isaiah Stidham as he puts the strap on him. Man, this Isaiah Stidham kid has something going for him.
Yeah,
this guy is a beast.
He's legit. He's out here working every day. I mean, he's looking good, and he's proven why he deserves to be on this Eastern's defense. I thought that pass was completed there for a second with how it put him right in the arms, but just defense after defensive plays for the Eastern Eagles.
And now here on a 3rd down and long. Here's Kingery. Pressure on him. He's going to try and make something happen, but he will be brought down by an army of Eagles. This is the coming out game for the Eastern Eagles on the defensive side. It is Trey Kelly. What a night he has had. He's known for his actions at linebacker, but right now he is showing why. And now McGraw will be back to punt for Notre Dame once again. The Eagles are shutting out the Titans right now. as Bryce McGraw will kick it up and away. Here is McGraw, and that one, he did not get into it at all. That is going to be a dud at around the 46-yard line. And oh no, looks like we have a little bit of a scrummish. Flags being thrown everywhere. Oh my goodness, this one's getting intense. Drama here in Spartan Municipal Stadium. And as referees will make a decision, we are going to take a break. You're watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. As Let's Go Eagles chants rain down here in Spartan Municipal Stadium. Both teams trot back out onto the field after a little bit of a scuffle, to say the least. A very interesting event upholding here. The Titans looking for anything to get them going. Down 28-0 with 5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. This Eastern team is just all out dominating. As once again, we would like to thank our sponsors. Dave's Gutter Done. Brace Yourself Orthodontics. The Scioto River. And the Notorious UPS Store. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And make sure to follow all of our platforms here on River City Sports Media at RCSM740 on all platforms, Twitter/X, Instagram, YouTube, anything you can think of, we got it, especially Facebook. As both teams return to the football field, it'll be a first down for the Eastern Eagles and Eric Manley. Manley takes a snap, drops back, is going to run through a man, goes to the left side, makes Bryce McGraw miss, and he'll get about a 5 to 6 yard gain, and another flag is thrown. Oh my goodness. This game proceeds to get more and more heated. And this Eastern Eagles team is just taking advantage of everything.
Yeah, I'd have to totally agree. This Eastern Eagles team is looking, to say the least, great.
And they will just keep adding on the penalties. Notre Dame's defense is going to walk back as now the chains will be moved. They're going to have to defend it from all the way at the 12-yard line. This is almost first and goal.
Yeah. If they punch it in right here, this will come into a running clock if it stays the same going into halftime.
This game reminds me a lot of Wheelersburg and Valley as Manley goes out to his right, and that one incomplete, broken up. A very nice job there by Luke Cassidy, going up against the number 1 receiver of the Eagles in Boston Webb. And it looks like this one's going to be a penalty on Eastern. And all the yards that they gained now to be held back. They're going all the way back to about the 22-yard line. As Eric Manley and his squad up and ready to go. It's first down. A first down and 20. Let's see if Eric Manley can just make it more yards to pass. And this one will go right up to the left side. Breaking through.
Flag on the play, though.
And it looks like the Eagles will not be going anywhere. They're going back even farther. A very nice job there by Justin Fowler coming into the game. And now it's the penalties that are killing the Eagles. Back-to-back holding penalties. It'll be first and a mile. Manley. Up and ready to go. And Manley will step up in the pocket. He's going to scramble. And he'll get past McGraw, and that'll be a nice gain about to the 20-yard line. It'll be second down and 5 for the Eastern Eagles. A very nice job right there, just being able to extend the legs and use them. Now it'll be Eric Manley and his squad trotting back out. To have touchdowns each on the day. And this one's a low snap, but whistles have been blown once again. Another flag is down. Eric Manley chucks the ball in frustration, and the Eagles will have to go back after Eric Manley just got the ball to a second down and 5. This is going to be frustrating for the Eagles. You're up by so much, and you're not executing.
Yeah, I totally agree. Costly penalties, just pushing them back farther and farther and farther each time. You know, they've had 3 almost touchdowns already this drive, but they've all been called back.
And now it'll be just Jack Montgomery in the backfield along with Manley. A stack set to the left side. Here is Manley. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to chuck it deep, and that one is almost intercepted. The target was Trey Kelly right there, but that one comes just a bit short as Luke Cassidy got his hand on it, but just couldn't reel it in. It'll be a third down for the Eagles. Eastern's penalties have really just killed this drive, about 4 or 5 of them. And it's still with 5 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock due to all the penalties.
Yeah.
And motion to the right is Kelly. Manley's going to go to the outside, and it's going to be a screen set up for Webb. Webb makes a man miss. He'll go to the left side. Webb will be downed at around the 15-yard line.
What a play call there by Eastern, making everyone on the Notre Dame defense thinking you're going to the right, but then you swing it back to your main man on the left and then have your big man set a screen for him. Well executed play there.
A very nice play design, you know, when the other stuff isn't working, where you feel like you're holding people too much, And then you decide to try a screen out of the blue. I mean, it works right there. An amazing play call by Eastern's offensive coordinator. When I spoke with Brewer Tomlinson, one of the O linemen of the Eastern Eagles, he does a very good job blocking there at left guard. When I was speaking to him, he was telling me about how much these coaches care and how much time they put into this. As Manley puts it over the middle, and that one almost picked off by Connor Estep. But like I was saying, they put a lot of heart and soul into this program, and that's what Brewer Tomlinson said was one of the differences. A lot more one-on-one time. They got a lot more coaches on the staff. They got guys that really believe. But Notre Dame coming out here, it'll be a 1st down and 10. Can the Titans make something out of this?
They need anything they can get here. They need to come in and score. Keep this game decently close, and they do get ball after half, if I'm not mistaken. They don't, then that's on me.
Eastern will get the ball back at half.
Well, that makes it even more reason why they need to come out of here and score a touchdown.
As Kingery in the backfield, looking to get some reps. He drops back. Pressure coming. Kingery is downed again. Wow. The Eagles knew they would have to get the job done in the trenches, and they have most definitely done that.
Yeah.
A lot of sacks tonight on both Luke Cassidy, but especially Ethan Kingery.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree with you.
It's just been a rough day at the office for Notre Dame's offensive line. They've just not been able to hold this Eastern side. Here's Kingery once again, though. 2nd down. Kingery takes a snap. Rolls out to his left. Kingery, little bit too much on that one as it hits off the knees of Archie West. It'll be a 3rd down. And now that you're Ethan Kingery, you've got to make something happen here. 3rd and 9, you get the ball back. This is just frustrating. You have a chance to at least potentially clinch a share of the conference and take the lead outright, and it looks like the Eagles are going to 4-peat. Or excuse me, 3-peat, not 4-peat.
And it's crazy to think. It wasn't too long ago that Eastern didn't have a football program.
Yep, 10 years ago. 2015 was their first year in the program. The matchup history between these two teams, it is the Eastern Eagles that lead at 6-4. Kingery chugging it down the field, and that one is caught by Pitt. A nice conversion right there by Ethan Kingery, giving it, rolling to his right, going to the outside, gets to the 2nd level with Chris Piccolo wide open.
That's the Notre Dame's first down in a couple of possessions.
Yeah, the Titans have really struggled to do anything with the ball. And as time ticks down here, we got about 3 minutes left in half number 1. This Eagles side is loud. Kingery takes the snap, dropping back. He's going to fire it deep for Cassidy, and that one is incomplete. Cassidy had it in his hands, but Carson Peters on a little bit of a breakup. Isaiah Stidham coming in there. He's got a lot of celebrations in his bag.
Yeah, Carson Peters making a move there, shutting down Luke Cassidy. And, that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Notre Dame Titans with about 3 minutes left on this clock in the first half.
And now it'll be Cassidy bringing out the signal plays from Coach Bob Boldman. But Kingery still in there at quarterback. Kingery trying to make something happen here on this drive. Gives something for Notre Dame to cheer about. 3 minutes left here in half number 1. Kingery drops back, gives it to the outside of McGraw, and he is blown up. Kingery just saw the last option that he had. Obviously, you're trying to look deep and make a play, but Bryce McGraw was open underneath, and he had to take that opportunity. And now it'll come up to a third down for the Titans once again at their own 29-yard line. And the play clock winding down. The Titans need to get this one out quick. All the momentum right now. They are absolutely rolling, Landon.
Yeah, I would have to totally agree. Notre Dame, they're moving the ball a little bit here on this possession, looking better than they have. But I feel like, honestly, Notre Dame needs to get back to the run game. They kind of abolished the run game. Bryce McGraw was picking up crazy yards in the first drive of the game. Had about 15 or 20 yards in that first drive. Maybe give it back to the run game a little bit if they pick up this first down here. Let Bryce McGraw do his thing, power run through this Eastern defense.
You know, I kind of agree with you. At the same time, I kind of don't, Landon. You know, it really just depends. I would really, really like to see this Notre Dame side make something happen on offense, and I don't know if they can do that without passing the ball, mostly because they're going to just jam the box, and Bryce McGraw has really not had anything since that first quarter or since that first drive. Kingery drops back on a big third down. We'll chuck it to the outside over McGraw, and he misses it. And then it's going to be a 3 and out. Frustrating for the Titans. And it looks like Bryce McGraw will trot back there to punt. This has got to be frustrating for Notre Dame. You come in here thinking that you have a really good chance to win this game, and I thought they had a chance too. I ended up taking Eastern in my pick, but this has got to be frustrating.
Yeah, got to totally agree with you here, Malachi.
McGraw is going to kick it up and away. That one will be rolled to about the 41-yard line where that will be picked up. And now it'll be the Eastern Eagles trotting out, looking to make this thing a running clock heading into halftime. As we got about a minute and 30 left in the ball game. Excuse me, a minute and 50 left in the ball game. As Eric Manley and his fellas trot out to the field again. Let's see what the Slim Reaper's got in store here. Now it's Manley. He's going to hand it up on the middle on a pitch play to Montgomery, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about 1. No chance right there for Montgomery to get anything. As now it'll be the Eagles in a 2nd down and 9 situation, trying to run the 2-minute drill here if you're Manley and the boys. And now here's Manley in the backfield, getting set. And flags will be thrown. It's going to be an offsides penalty or a false start. It'll be an offsides on the Titans. It'll be a gain of 5 yards, and it'll come up to a 2nd down and 4 now. As the clock stops at 1 minute exactly. Now it'll be Manly back there again with a little bit more of an advantage in them. The clock still going down. Now here is Manly looking to chuck it, but down he goes. Manly sacked for the first time as Ethan Kingery is amped up. As it looks like that's going to be a timeout taken by the Eastern Eagles. And as both teams take a break, we will as well. You are watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. We will be back here on River City Sports Media as Eric Manley and the fellas look to make something happen here on third down. Manley on a screen pass over to Trey Kelly. Kelly's got blockers. He's advancing over there, and he has got a lot more yards there as the clock will be stopped at around the 30-yard line. An amazing job well done. And now you're in the range where Eric Manley can fire it up and away.
Right as you think the Eastern Eagles are going to stall out for a drive, Eric Manley and his receivers just find a way.
It's been amazing to see what Eric Manley and these guys have done. As we got about 26 seconds left here in half number one. And in motion to the left side is Bauer, but instead he'll come back out. Now here's Manley scrambling to his right. Ethan Kingery chasing on him. He's going to chuck it deep, and that one almost intercepted by Fowler. Carson Peters wants a flag, but he will not get one. It'll come down to a second down with about 19 seconds left here on the clock. Oh, excuse me. It looks like we do have a flag, and it's going to be holding on Eastern. A lot of holding penalties here tonight by the Eagles. It's just been a rough go for them. And now it'll be 18 seconds left on the clock here for the Eagles to see what they can cook up. Here they are from the 36-yard line. And in motion, this one's going right at the middle to Montgomery. He's exploding. He's breaking free all the way inside to about the 7-yard line. This one's going to be a timeout used by the Eagles. Wow, what a play call. And just like that, Eastern's got a chance to make this a running clock before the half with about 10 seconds left. Landon, what are your thoughts on this first half?
Domination. Plain and simple. Domination by Eastern. Once again, a whole fan base at a different school came in confident, came in thinking that they were going to knock out the Eastern Eagles. And once again, Eastern shows up and they proved them wrong.
Unless there's a Tom Brady 28-3 type of comeback, I think this one is pretty much over, but you never know what can happen in the second half. But Eastern Eagles trying to make this a 35-0 ball game heading in to the break. As out trot both squads. As Let's Go Eagles chants rain down. Here is Manley. Takes a snap. Looking to his left. And that one is incomplete. But there's going to be a flag as Archie West clearly shoves Boston Webb. And now they'll be at the 1 yard line. They can just jump it in with Trey Kelly or Jack Montgomery or Eric Manley. And the Eagles will have the advantage once again after that pass interference call. As that ball will now be placed on the 5 yard line. Let's see what Eastern's got up here. 6 seconds left. It's got to be a quick play. You either got to put it in the end zone here or give it to Grant Havens. Let's see what Manley can do. And that is going to be an offsides penalty on the Titans. As now the Eastern Eagles have even better of a chance to put it in the end zone. They're going to run it right up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Eastern Eagles. This one's going to be a running clock. And if I had to say so, that's probably the ball game. Wow. What a statement made by the Eagles here in the first half.
Well,
as now it'll be Grant Havens kicking it up and away. This will be the final play of the half. As soon as this PAT is kicked, we'll go into halftime. Here is Grant Havens. Number 1 in all of Division 7 when it comes to PATs, and he shows exactly why. He laces another one in. And at the half, it is the Eastern Eagles who lead it 35-0 over the Notre Dame Titans. Eastern showing why they are the number 19 team in the state. Look at this community. They are showing out as the Eastern Eagles run into the locker room. The Notre Dame Titans on senior night down 35-0. What a shocking statement the Eagles have made. Landon, what are your thoughts?
my thoughts on the game so far, as I said before, domination. Eastern just moving and wearing out this Titans defense because they have to come out here and play so many defensive possessions so far in this game because their offense keeps going 3 and out and 3 and out. You know, I would love to see a comeback. I would love to see one. Anything's possible, but I think this game might be said and done. I think the fat lady might be singing.
I get up. That's an interesting reference you used there, Landon. But so we'll go to scores around the area. It is Northwest beating Portsmouth West, 33-7 at Northwest. What a shocking result that is at halftime. Northwest making a statement in front of their home fans, and then between Meigs and Minford, it is tied at 14. And then when we go over to Ed Miller Stadium, it is Wheelersburg that has the advantage over Waverly, 27-0. And then at halftime on Valley Senior Night, they are up 42-7 over the Oaks. But I believe that is going to take us to a break. You are watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media, and we'll be back to you at the start of the second half. River City Sports Media welcomes you back here at Spartan Stadium. I am Malachi Roselle. To my left, my partner in crime, Landon Schultz. And what has been a very, very shocking result with the Eastern Eagles absolutely dominating here. In half number one, up 35-0 as out come the Eagles. The Titans still yet to be found coming out of the huddle, out of their locker room. It's been a rough go for the Notre Dame Titans here as they are down 35-0 on their senior night and in a game that meant a lot for the SOC standings. When we look at the SOC standings, at the top was both of these squads, both 2-0, the only two undefeated teams in the league after Sims Valley got knocked off last week by Eastern in what was a very highly anticipated matchup. Eastern smacked Sims Valley in what was a very, very shocking loss for the Vikings, as they won that game in a shocking win, 40-6. And I mean, the Eagles, they are very much on a roll as the Notre Dame Titans come out of the locker room. But the one thing that does stink for their playoff chances is that they will have to face eventually the Marion local Flyers, who have won the state championship the past 3 seasons and have won 70 straight ball games. The Eagles have been 16-1 in SOC play since the 2022 season, while on the Notre Dame side, they are about 12-15 since the 2022 season. Both squads have played very, very well in conference play, and it is the Eagles tonight that have been absolute beasts. The last team to beat Eastern was actually Notre Dame in 2022 in October. It has been 1,098 days, and it looks like it might be at least one more week until Eastern will get beat again, because they are just surviving and surviving and surviving. And they're not just surviving, they are dominating.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with you, Malachi. Eastern looks like a completely different team. They lost some players coming into the season, but they look better than they did last year. Dominating.
They very much look completely different. This Eastern squad just firing on all cylinders. No close games, just plain out dominance. The Titans were running an 11-game win streak into this one, and the last regular season loss that Notre Dame faced was against Eastern at Beaver last year when they lost. When they lost. And the Titans are 2-3 when they host the Eagles here all time. So out of the 5 matchups that they played the Eagles here at Spartan Stadium, they are just under 500. And obviously the keys to this game were to protect their quarterbacks, and Notre Dame not really done that. There's been at least 6 sacks on the night for Eastern.
Yeah, defense. The way that their offense is moving coming out here, scoring a bunch of points on Notre Dame, and then their defense is just holding down the fort. And that's all you could ask for.
And I really think that statement got made when Coleman Schaefer missed that field goal a little bit wide left. That gave Notre Dame a chance to put themselves on the board, but unfortunately for the Titans, that one just booted left.
Yeah, that's just the name of the game so far for the Notre Dame Titans. And if they can overcome this, then I would be very shocked. But if Eastern keeps playing like they did last half, then this game will be over very soon.
When I spoke with Eastern Eagles lineman Brewer Tomlinson, the game plan was most definitely to run the ball. As he said, the goal was to not just run the ball down their throats, but to dominate in this one. And let's just say they've done exactly that. And a very impressive and amazing job done by the Eastern Eagles, running the ball, passing the ball. They've just been plain out dominant. The Eagles look to hopefully get back to that regional championship that they very much want, but they will have to go through the Dynasty and Marion Local to get there.
Yeah, Marion Local, one of the best teams in Ohio. Some would say that they could win the state championship in multiple divisions, especially last year, winning 64 or 73 to nothing in the state championship. And what's crazy is I watched one of their games. They only run 8 plays the whole game. They just ran it they just made those plays to excellence. 8 plays total that I counted, and they ran the same plays over and over, and they
And
just
no
kept
one could stop
executing.
them?
No one could do anything. And, they're not even – they can't recruit either. They're not a private school. Like, they just – I don't know what they have going on, though, all of a sudden, but they're a bunch of dogs.
And also, one last thing to mention, this could be one of the last regular season home games for the Notre Dame Titans here in Spartan Stadium. Due to Shawnee State University buying this amazing and historical stadium for their own football program that'll be built here in a couple years.
Yeah.
This could be the last year that Spartan Stadium will be having the ND logo, as you can see right over here, this season.
The question is, where does Notre Dame play next?
That I do not know. But out trots Eric Manley and his squad. They're trying to just add on to the pain. Let's see how the Eagles respond here. As the running clock is up and going, Manley is up and ready to go to take the snap. Here is Manley. This one goes to the right side over to Montgomery, and he'll power it for about a 4 to 5 yard gain. That's the thing about Jack Montgomery. You're never going to get tackled for a loss. You're always going to get something very good out of that guy.
Most likely these two teams will probably face off in the playoffs, in the regional semis, coming up to face Marion Local. If these two teams rematch, honestly, I'd be intrigued to watch. Maybe Notre Dame just didn't play their best tonight. Maybe Eastern had the game of their lives. Who knows? Everything matters more in the playoffs.
And that one looks like it'll go down the field, but that one caught by Boston Webb. Another first down for the Eagles. Manley and the squad trot out once again here. Just trying to take time off the sweet clock. Let's see what Manley's got up his sleeve here. The Slim Reaper, here he goes. He takes a snap. And it's going to be a shovel pass up the left side to Jack Montgomery. Montgomery breaks into free space. He's got a couple men to beat. He makes Connor Eastet miss. And he'll be downed at around the 33-yard line. Jack Montgomery out the shovel pass, makes a couple men miss. And Eastern is still adding on fireworks. We've seen this a couple times, Landon. We've seen that shovel pass play at least once or twice. We saw it with Trey Kelly, and we saw it with Jack Montgomery for the second time tonight right there. And Notre Dame just never saw it coming.
Yeah, they completely faked out everyone there. Eric Manley held the ball for a little bit and then pitched it to his running back, Jack Montgomery.
And now here is Manley. Manley rolls out to his right. Ethan Kingery on him, and he will throw it away, but that's going to be a fumble. Oh, my goodness. But that one will be recovered by Fowler before he is bounced out of bounds. Manley tried to throw it away, but that one just very, very short. Very interesting decision there by Manley, holding onto the football for a little bit too long right there, but it doesn't matter. Easton recovers the fumble. Ethan Kingery making a great play on the ball right there, making Eric Manley throw it up and away. And now Manley and his squad going back into the huddle. And now here is Manley. dropping back here on second down. Manley looking to let it fly, but the play is going to be blown dead. It's going to be a flag, and it's going to be a false start. Back they will go. After a false start right there by the Eagles, it'll be second down and 25. And now it'll be Manley chucking it up and away, and that one will be incomplete. But another flag down the field. After another penalty, it'll be a loss of downs here for the Eagles. And that's going to be a nice screen design for Trey Kelly. And Kelly might get all those yards back. Kelly might not even get brought down to the end zone. Kelly is in for the touchdown. Excuse me, never mind. He's going to be brought down at the 1 yard line.
Wow.
You got to be kidding me. For the second time tonight, the Eagles get brought down at the 1 yard line. But it looks like there's going to be another flag on the play. After Eastern with another penalty right there, it looks like Coach Tomlinson is going to take some time to make sure they do not have another penalty like that again. Just a lot of mental mistakes here for the Eagles. We would like to thank our sponsors. Dave's got her done. Brace yourself over the Donics. The side of the river. And the UPS store. As we go back to play, it is going to be, and excuse me, another flag. It's going to be a first down for the Eagles. Here is Manley. He will chuck it deep to Webb. What a catch by Boston Webb. Oh, my goodness.
And there's no flags on that one.
Fowler in the backfield along with Manley. Here is Eric Manley. Manley rolls out to his right. Ethan Kingery immediately on him. What a catch! Oh, excuse me, incomplete. A very nice pass break up there by Connor Restep. Carson Peters had it in his hands, but an amazing job well done right there by the Notre Dame Titans. The defense hasn't really been able to capitalize on a lot of things tonight, but right there, a nice pass breakup. As now it'll be a 2nd down and 10. And that is going to be offsides on the Notre Dame defense. And Eric Manley and these boys are just going to get a couple more yards. And now it'll be a 2nd down and goal here for the Eastern Eagles. And that is going to be another penalty. These guys can just not stay disciplined. Just so many flags. It is still 35-0. This is the first drive of the game, of the second half. And Eastern still has the ball. Here's Manley. He'll give it up the middle to Montgomery. Montgomery breaks through, and he is gone. Play the horn. Touchdown, Eastern Eagles. Jack Montgomery takes it to the end zone once again. Gets to that second level. What an amazing job here tonight by the Eastern Eagles. They are just making a statement, Landon.
Yeah, I have to totally agree. You know, Jack Montgomery is just being a dog out there, honestly. Give him the MVP award for this Eastern team.
He's done a very amazing job this season. Grant Havens, 5 for 5 tonight. Let's see if he can go 6 for 6. Yes, he can. Grant Havens drills another one through. Call him Mr. Automatic. And while both teams take a break at the kickoff, so will we. You're watching Ohio High School football here on River City Sports Media. As Grant Havens will kick it up and away. We are back here on River City Sports Media. As that one will be kicked out of bounds, Bryce McGraw will let it go out. And now trots out the Notre Dame offense. Let's see what Ethan Kingery and these boys have up their sleeve. Down by 42 points with 16 minutes left to play. Or excuse me, 13 minutes left to play. As Kanye West is playing, trying to get the vibe, getting a little bit higher. Notre Dame down here, 42-0. Let's see what the Titans can do here as they got the cowbells all the way from Beaver ringing. And it looks like there will be a timeout taken by the Eagles.
And we are back here at the Spartan Stadium, where Eastern leads 42 to nothing over the Notre Dame Titans. Malachi, thoughts?
This is just a really rough game for the Notre Dame Titans, honestly. You come in here, you think I have a chance to win this game. You're a 10-point underdog, but, I mean, everyone's an underdog when you go up against Eastern in small school football. And this has just not been Notre Dame's night at all. It's been all Eastern. Since the beginning, it's been Eastern Eagles, Eastern Eagles, Eastern Eagles. As Luke Cassidy is in the backfield this time. In motion is Connor Estep. Cassidy to the right side for a quarterback keeper, and he will get about 4 to 5 yards. And now Luke Cassidy with very little time left here in this third quarter. Got about 45 seconds and counting here for the Titans. You got to run one last play most likely. Now here is Cassidy in the backfield. In motion again is Estep. This time it'll not be a quarterback keeper. Cassidy's going to chuck it deep, and that one is going to end up in between the hands of Webb and Smith, but nobody can figure out the communication. And just a rough ball right there. And just like that, that's the end of quarter number 3. Your score, the Eastern Eagles 42, the Notre Dame Titans 0. One more quarter to go here from Spartan Stadium here in Portsmouth, Ohio. What a statement made by the Eagles throughout 3. We'd like to thank our sponsors. Dave's Gutter Done. Brace Yourself Orthodontics. The Scioto River. And, of course, the UPS store. We'd love to thank all of our sponsors for what they do. We welcome you back here to Spartan Stadium as Luke Cassidy trying to give something for these Notre Dame fans to cheer about. But doing all the cheering has been the Eastern Eagles fans, of course. This one right up the middle. Not a lot of time right there. As McGraw has been very well contained tonight. Coming into tonight's game, 724 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. Bryce McGraw, who's usually an absolute beast in the backfield, has been shut down tonight. It'll be a 4th and 5 for Luke Cassidy and this offense. Got to go for it here on 4th down. I completely agree with this call here by Coach Boldman. Cassidy and McGraw in the backfield. Cassidy drops back. And he is going to be met by an Eastern Eagle, but Fowler misses him. There goes Cassidy to the right side, and he'll go out of bounds. Past the 50-yard line and around the 45-yard line, he goes down. A very amazing job well done there by Cassidy, getting loose, evading who should have sacked him in Fowler, and making something happen out of nothing. As we got about 10 minutes left here in quarter number 4. Cassidy in the backfield once again. And if you are Notre Dame, you could have the quarterback controversy, Landon.
Yeah. Honestly, both quarterbacks have done their strengths, and they have had a little bit of falls.
And there is Cassidy once again sprinting. He'll be down to the 15.
Well, Luke Cassidy has taken that personal, that they have not played him since the second quarter. Or actually, the first quarter.
Cassidy doing a very amazing job going after that right there. He did not just want that first down. He wanted a lot more than that, and he did get a lot more than that. Down at the 15-yard line, Notre Dame has a chance to score.
This is the Luke Cassidy we've been waiting for this whole game.
Yeah, it stinks that Luke Cassidy hasn't, exactly came as advertised. No offense to Cassidy, but this Eastern defense has completely just shut Notre Dame down. Here's the first down. Up the middle, it's McGraw, and he is contained once again. This front four has been absolutely crucial to the results of today's game, Landon.
Yeah.
It's been a battle in the trenches. It might have been all the shooting and scoring done by this high-flying Eagles offense, but what happens in the trenches stays in the trenches.
Yeah, I'd have to totally agree with you. Smash mouth football. Looking a little bit forward for both of these teams, Notre Dame will play Sims Valley next. That should be an interesting matchup. Eastern came and smacked Sims Valley at Eastern. And, if they can do the same thing to Notre Dame, that should mean that that game shall be close next week.
Yep, as Cassidy fires it over the middle, and a hospital pass is caught by Chris Piccolo. A very nice slant across the middle right there, but getting laid out as soon as he caught it. As now it looks like Ethan Kingery will be brought back into the ballgame as Archie West will take a seat. Here's a first and goal opportunity. For the Notre Dame Titans. Here's Cassidy in the backfield. 7 minutes left here in this ball game. Notre Dame looking to get on the board. Cassidy will be brought right where he came. That is a very nice tackle for loss in the backfield. A very nice job there by Justin Fowler, making it happen. Here's second down and goal for this Notre Dame Titans offense. Kingery and McGraw in the backfield. Kingery chatting it up with McGraw on the right side. Here is Cassidy. It's going to be a play action. Cassidy looking to his left. That one caught by McGraw, and he'll be stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll come down to a third down and goal here for the Notre Dame Titans. Now trotting out is Connor Estep as Archie West will take a seat once again. Cassidy, along with McGraw on the backfield. Here is E-step. He moves to the right. Cassidy getting ready to take the snap. He will do so. He'll go to the left side, looking at the quarterback keeper, and Cassidy fumbles the football. As he tried to go in for the touchdown, it'll be 4th down and goal. And an absolute mishap there by Cassidy. And it is going to be a 4th down and goal for the Titans.
There's no way Eastern comes out here and stops them 4 times in a 5-yard distance.
A goal line stand here late in the 4th quarter.
Just to put the salt in the wound.
There you go, Landon. Good metaphor. As Connor E-step trots out the field. A big 4th down here for Notre Dame's confidence. Eastern's fans cheering them on. Cowbells ringing. Kingery in the backfield. Ready to take the snap. Cassidy out to the left instead. Here's Kingery. Power football into the end zone for the touchdown. Ethan Kingery, welcome back. His first touchdown since his comeback. And there comes the gold confetti sparkles. Touchdown Titans. And you can play that fight song. And now Coleman Schaefer will try it out for the 2nd time today. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is high up in the air and also good. As that one almost hits the scoreboard. Very nice kick there by Coleman Schaefer. Job well done there by number 10. And just like that, Notre Dame has their first points of the ball game as time continues to wind down. We have about 4 minutes left in this action-filled SOC 1 pretty much championship game. Landon, what are your thoughts?
You know, maybe they can carry this as momentum in the next week, but this game is for sure over. But, you know, at least they got on the board tonight.
As now the Eagles will get the ball back with 4 minutes. I say this game probably ends with Eastern having the football.
Yeah, any logical person would think that.
Wow, Landon. That was kind of mean.
No, I wasn't referring to your comment like that. I was just saying, like, yeah, I would assume so because there is.
No, I mean, it's all right. We just won't go to Buffalo Wild Wings after this. It's all right.
No, we will. We will.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we will. Anyways, back to football. Malachi, what's your thoughts?
It's rough, honestly, for Notre Dame. I hate it for them. You know, coming into this game thinking that they have a chance, and it's just been a rough go for Notre Dame. They just have gotten outplayed. And now one will be kicked up and away and out of bounds. And Eastern will have possession here for the final 4 minutes and 9 seconds of this ball game, most likely.
Malachi, since we got a little bit of a pause right now, let's talk about some other sports around the area. Soccer, volleyball, predictions, anything for the tournament?
You know, Gallia Academy, I really think they have a chance to go all the way this year. They're undefeated in Division IV, and they haven't lost a game yet, which kind of scares me. You know, undefeated teams, they usually are really, really dominant, or they get shocked early in the tournament a lot earlier than they should. So I'm very, very intrigued to see how that goes. If there was a team around here to pick for me to go that goes to the Final Four in the Southeast District, I'm taking Gallia Academy volleyball.
Mine would be South Webster soccer team.
That works too. I mean, yeah, they definitely can. I mean, they're ranked number 1 in the state for a reason. I just really hope that they can play up to their abilities and hopefully get their goalkeeper, Sam Murphy, back. And that one will go up the middle. It is going to be Fowler on the carry. And he will get about 2 or 3 yards. And you said, speaking of other sports in the area, it is October baseball, my favorite time of the year. And it is the Seattle Mariners that lead the Detroit Tigers in Game 5 of the American League Division Series. 1-0 in the top of the 4th. Here's second down. In motion is Bauer. And it's going to be a keeper right up the middle. And he'll be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. I mean, the Eagles, you got about 2 more minutes left here. You just got to keep running out this clock. I'm guessing a couple more run plays, and this one's going to be over. It's just been a really, really rough night for the Titans, and the Eagles have taken complete advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm about to totally agree with you there, Malachi.
Taking the snap, looking to the left side, and he is brought down right where he came. Coleman Schaefer throws down the freshman quarterback. Very nice job by Schaefer, bringing the boom and letting it fly right there. Very nice job, well done. And now Benjamin Bauer will punt it away for the first time today. And it looks like any logical person would not think this game ends with Eastern, Landon, because Eastern's going to give the ball back here.
Yeah.
You got anything to say?
No comment.
I see how it is.
Who does Eastern have next on their schedule?
Next week, these Eastern Eagles will take on South Gallia at Beaver. South Gallia gave Notre Dame a pretty good fight, but it was obviously the Titans that stayed undefeated, and they got a big win over South Gallia in a shootout.
There's always a chance South Gallia could come away and pull off an upset.
If South Gallia can pull off that upset, that would be very, very insane.
And that's
As it looks like we got a flag on the field.
And that will be the only way that the Notre Dame Titans will be able to win the SOC.
And it looks like that'll end right there. Your final score tonight, Eastern Eagles 42, Notre Dame Titans 7. What a ball game we have seen here tonight. And what a win for the Eastern Eagles. They advanced to 8-0. They have won 32 straight regular season games. The streak lives another week. And wow, talk about that, Landon.
The streak continues. It is going to officially move to a full 3 years since the
I am very much impressed by them as well. A big win for the Eagles. They come in here. People thought that Eastern didn't have the number against the Titans, but guess what? It was nothing but Eastern Eagles tonight.
Yeah, have to totally agree with you.
What a win here tonight for the Eastern Eagles. Before we leave, we'll get some final scores from around the area. Obviously, first things first here tonight. It is the Eastern Eagles that now have the stronghold on the SOC 1 title. But we'll go to the SOC 2. In quarter number 4, it's a barn burner in Muletown. It is the Meigs Marauders and the Minford Falcons, both 2-5, knotted up at 20 apiece. Valley got a big win over Oak Hill on senior night, 48-7. And Wheelersburg is still having the lead over Waverly, 27-0. And then Northwest with the upset of the night, 13-36, with the lead over the West Senators going into the fourth quarter. But here tonight from our game, the Eagles are 8-0 and are still going to hold that number 19 spot in the Division 7 rankings. And they might be a top 3 team in the region now, Landon.
Yeah, they will go up to number 3 or 2 after this win, right behind Marion Local.
A very nice win here tonight, but I believe that is going to close it here from Spartan Stadium. For River City Sports Media, my partner in crime, Landon Schultz, and Malachi Roselle, we are starting off. Thank you so much for watching here tonight.